All right, friends, welcome to the Purpose to Profit Academy, the Expert Speaker Series. And today I am so honored and excited to welcome Sabi Kerr to our series. Sabi is a self-love coach, feminine embodiment mentor, and leadership expert. And now, Sabi, I'm so excited to dive into discussing self-love and how this connection really applies to entrepreneurship and business growth. Welcome.
Thank you. Thanks so much
Now,
for
how
having
do
me.
you define self-love and then take that connection and embodiment in the context of entrepreneurship?
Yeah, so, I always like to say self-love is there's not one set definition. It's ever moving and ever shifting depending on, where we're at in our lives. And so whatever it is to you, like I want to honor that. But for me, it is really embracing all parts of me, honoring, accepting, being with all parts of me. It's a misconception, I think, that self-love means you're fully in love with yourself and your life all the time, or that you feel worthy 100% of the time, or that you feel fully confident 100% of the time. Self-love for me is actually, can I be with me even when I have self-doubt, even when I don't feel worthy? Can I meet that part of me with love? Can I send love to the part of me that actually feels unworthy, or the part of me that has self-doubt, or the part of me that's feeling worried or anxious or doubtful? So it's really about accepting all parts of you, especially the parts that society wants us to deny or wants us to feel bad for feeling. And it's a bit of a paradox because all things that we feel want to be expressed. And so when we're feeling doubtful, maybe about our business or our lives, and we make ourselves feel wrong for feeling it, we push it away. When we feel really unworthy, when we feel not good enough, and we're like, I shouldn't feel like this, we push it away. It doesn't really go anywhere, it kind of just stays there. But when you meet all of those feelings with love and acceptance, they actually have space to move through you. They have space to be released, and then you can come back to your joy and to your love. So really, self-love for me is about honoring and accepting all parts of me. And I love this as it applies to business and entrepreneurship, because so much of the time we feel like as leaders we have to have it together all of the time. We feel like we have to be polished and we have to say the right thing and do the right thing. We have to be seen as these expert leaders. And business is actually about relationships. Regardless, whatever business you have, whether it's a personal brand, even if it's a product, like, it's about building relationships with your customers, with your community, with your audience. And we build relationships based on real, genuine connection. And the best way to build real, genuine connection and relationships with people is to be who you are and to honor all of the parts of you. So that's one piece. And then another piece that I love to bring into entrepreneurship is how, when we embrace all parts of our gifts, all parts of our multifaceted, multi-passionate nature, all of our skills and all of our experience, all of the things that maybe seemingly don't go together, when we actually embrace all of them, we get to create a really unique business, a really unique brand. So a couple of different things there.
I love that. I
Yeah.
love that. When you spoke about, accepting all parts of ourselves, that requires, a deeper level of awareness and, consciousness, where people would understand, okay, I'm feeling this. That requires a deeper connection with ourselves first, right? So when we understand ourselves, we can build deeper connections without others
Yeah.
through our businesses. But how do you actually develop that deeper connection with yourself, understanding your emotions, where they're coming from, releasing them? I know it's a very loaded subject, but in order to accept ourselves fully, right? And we're so multidimensional beings. We got to understand what we're dealing with
Yeah.
first. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
how do you go deeper?
Yeah. So I'll give the example of a practice that I like to do, that I like to guide my clients through, but we'll also explain like a simple process. Yeah, first of all, we need to be aware of what's there. Sometimes we're rushing through our lives, or we're trying to do the right thing, that we don't even give space for the other stuff that's there. So I always like to I start all of my sessions with it. I start all of, whether I'm teaching about business or relationships or something else, I like to start my sessions with like a heart check-in, where we just take a minute. Like, maybe you close your eyes, maybe you bring your hand to your heart, maybe you keep the eyes open, just take a breath and just ask yourself, how's my heart feeling right now? How am I feeling right now? What's there? And the important thing is to let whatever wants to arise to be there, without us rushing into the judgment, the story. It's good, it's bad, I don't want it, I want it. Simply, what's there right now? And that's a really good check-in to start to program ourselves to be used to acknowledging whatever's there, without the label of it being good or bad. And then when we do have the word, whether it's an emotion, a feeling, thoughts, beliefs that are there, we can then begin to acknowledge, like, how do they feel? Are they anywhere in the body? Is that sadness, that frustration? Like, is it tension in the body? Is that joy, that excitement? Like, what does it feel like? What does it feel like in your body? And so that's why body-based practices and somatic healing is so important for everyone, especially business owners. So coming into the body and noticing, like, where does it live? How does it feel? And then once you've done that step, you can thirdly let it be there and let yourself embody that. If there's tension, like, what does it feel like? Let yourself breathe as you notice that tension. If you feel really open, breathe with that openness in your shoulders, your heart. Does it feel like to let your body be with the openness? If it's like anxiety or sadness or frustration or anger, like, what does it feel like in your body to let yourself be with the anger and the frustration? And so it's like a meditation or an embodiment practice. Breathe, notice the feeling, let yourself move, let yourself shake, let yourself scream, let yourself make sound with whatever's there, right? And you'll notice that, you might do it for a few minutes, you might do it for 30 minutes, but with space, that emotion will begin to shift. It will begin to transmute. Emotions are energy in motion. They want to be moved. They want to move through us. And at the other side of everything that feels painful is the deepest pleasure. And for anyone that wants to feel incredible pleasure and bliss and like ecstatic states, we actually have to learn to be comfortable with our pain too. And so when you do practices like that, you'll be able to cycle the feelings, the physical feelings, the emotional states through your body, and begin to shift them into something more pleasurable. So it's really powerful work. Yeah, really powerful.
Oh, it is so powerful. And you're absolutely right. Behind every pain, there is a resource. And usually the resource, as you said, it's pleasure, it's bliss. It's something that, makes us whole, right? Something that we take from that pain, the resource, the lesson, the learning about ourselves, and incorporate it, embody it into ourselves, making us whole. I mean, we're already whole, right? It's just like really being aware of that piece, another piece of us. So kind of opening up more, more awareness about who we truly are. Yeah. Beautiful. Thank you. Now, have you noticed a connection or correlation between deeper levels of self-love and awareness and success and profitability in business? Is there a connection there, or?
Yeah, I mean, I see self-love and awareness and connection to you as like the most important thing in your business. The most important thing in your business from so many different angles. So many different angles. First of all, what kind of businesses do most of your audience have?
We're working with coaches and healers who want to make a difference in the world. They have a big heart and they're following their purpose.
Okay. So even more for fellow coaches and healers, this work is important because your business, you have a personal brand based business. People are signing up to work with you. It's not a physical product. It's you. Your face is in the marketing photos. Your energy, your personality is in the sessions, is in your programs. And so that's an incredible thing. And that's what makes personal brand businesses so incredible. But on the flip side to that is the biggest danger I see with coaches and healers that have businesses where they're so linked to their work is they attach their feelings of worthiness to how well their business does. And so they feel like when my business is making money, when I'm getting the clients, then I'm worthy. And that is the biggest block to people's success, feeling like their worthiness is conditional on business, because you're going to have high months, you're going to feel worthy and valuable and successful, and then you're going to have low months, or something will happen, or you'll have a dip. And if you internalize that and think that you're not good enough, your work isn't good, you're no longer worthy, maybe you should give up, maybe you should stop doing this, no one signed up to your latest launch, no one's engaging on your posts, what does it mean about me? And if you start to tell yourself all of these stories, you're not going to have a chance in this kind of business in the long run. And so your deepest and most important work is the work of you feeling so in your self-love and worthiness as you are right now, is being so in your value, so connected to why you're incredible at what you do as a baseline, regardless of if anyone signs up to work with you or not. For you to believe in yourself so much and to have the confidence that you and your work are good enough, regardless of the money in the bank account, regardless of the number of clients, like first, because not only then are you going to be able to ride out the inevitable ups and downs of entrepreneurship, that is also the essence that makes people want to sign up and work with you.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So it's actually going to bring you in more money and more clients in the long run. And as I call this the manifestation paradox. Whatever it is that you're manifesting, whether it's money, clients, whether it's a relationship, your most important work is to feel so worthy, so valuable, so in your power before the thing arrives. So especially if you're brand new in business and you're like, haven't really got the thing off the ground yet. So in your power, so in your self-love, so confident about what you have to offer before it is here. That is the energy that's going to call it in.
Absolutely. Aligning to that energy now, that what actually draws that to you. And you've mentioned self-value, and this is such an amazing, topic. I think it's like one of the facets of self-love. There's self-acceptance, there's self-worth, confidence, self-value. Self-value, a lot of women, especially women from Eastern Europe, the 80% of my clients are people from Eastern Europe. They don't feel valuable. They don't feel like their message is valuable. They don't feel like what they're doing is valuable. Their healing work is not valuable. How do you start really, cultivating and embodying that value in yourself first, and then really, showing up with your message boldly and apologetically and sharing that value with the world? Where do you start with self-value?
Yeah. So first of all, I want to acknowledge that your business is the portal for your greatest spiritual growth. And when you begin entrepreneurship, you will notice all of these beliefs pop up, all of these blocks, and really inner child wounds come to the surface. And so they're there to be healed. I often talk about business and like romantic relationships being quite similar in that they bring everything up to the surface to be healed, especially if you have an online business that's a personal brand based business and you are the face of your brand. You're going to be met with feelings of, am I good enough? Am I valuable? Like, is my work worthy of this? Do people like me? You know, am I going to be abandoned? Like, you're going to be faced with all of these potential stories that make you question your value. And I want to first of all say that that is part of deciding to be an entrepreneur. It's a healing portal. And so once you realize that, it's like the energy shifts slightly. It's okay. This is part of the journey of entrepreneurship. And I'm being shown all of these wounds within me that can be healed through the process of entrepreneurship. Second thing to acknowledge is that these are probably not new stories. You questioning your value in your healing or coaching business is not a brand new story. And so, you know, we in the work that I do with my clients, we go to the root of the story. We go to the root of not feeling like you're not valuable, feeling like you're not worthy. That didn't start a year ago when you started your coaching business. That started 10 years ago, 20 years ago, in a completely different situation on the surface, but the exact same situation underneath the surface. And so we explore that, you know, we explore that in my work and my programs. We explore, I have a my brand called Release Your Radiance. It's all about releasing like the truest version of you out into the world, through healing all of the stories and the beliefs that have been keeping you small. And so one more thing to add, if you're a business owner and you're not also doing deep inner child healing work to heal these blocks, like, you're leaving a lot of money on the table. You know, it's fundamental to do this work alongside the business strategy work that you're doing. And strategy will not work as well as you want it to work, because you can write all of these great emails, you can have your email sequences set, you can batch create your posts, have them ready to go. But if you've still got these feelings of, is my work worth it? Are they going to reject me? Am I going to be like laughed at? If you've still got all of these stories, they are going to be embedded in every single bit of marketing content you try and share with the world.
Absolutely. I love that. Thank you, Sabi. That was so deep, so amazing. And yes, you know, childhood work is a must in, you know, any area of your life, health, healing, relationship, business. And I love how you said business is a portal to spiritual growth. It is. It is. Now, feminine embodiment leader, that sounds amazing. How do you really cultivate that? How do you embody that and actually live with that daily, right? Like, how do you become that?
Yeah. So I think the embodiment piece is essential, like the power of the body in your healing, in your leadership, in connecting more with your feminine energy. And if we think about how this relates to business, we've been taught, especially as women or feminine beings, to run our business from our minds, from, you know, more masculine energy, and that works to get the stuff done. But it doesn't always make our lives and our businesses feel like juicy and alive and radiant and pleasurable and lit up. And most of us that started our businesses and decided to be entrepreneurs did it because we didn't want boring, normal, average lives. We wanted lives that feel radiant and sexy and powerful and magnetic and pleasurable. And so we can't expect to run our business from our masculine energy only and have a life and a business that feels turned on and radiant and alive. And so we need to also tune into the power of our body and our feminine energy to support us with our business decisions. And so any sensual pleasure body-based practice will help you to tune into this energy, whether it's dancing or breath work or sensual touch or self-pleasure or sex magic practices, or there's like so many different things that I support my clients with. But what they help you to do is tune into the part of you that is intuitive, that's really creative, that has these inspirational downloads drop in, that has you really unique ideas that are special and like tapped into your magnetic energy. Like they help you create something really unique in your business, rather than like just the thing that you think you should be doing. My mastermind for entrepreneurs is called Pleasure Rebel, especially because of this. It's like the essence is when you tap into your pleasure and your feminine energy and you kind of rebel against the rigid, structured rules that society and traditional business tells us that we should be doing entrepreneurship from, we're able to create businesses that not only feel incredible, but make ourselves incredible money in a way that feels good.
Absolutely. I love that. Now, feminine, you mentioned masculine mind, feminine, it's more body and heart, this heart energy, right? And I notice when I start my day from my heart, everything just flows beautifully, easily. I have inspiration, messages are just coming through me, right? Money is easy, everything is easy. What I'm also noticing that, living in your heart and leading my business from my heart is just the best way of like serving people, right? Because when I try to do it right and serve from my mind, it's just not quite, I just can't quite get there, but if just I let it go, open up, and ask myself, how can I serve my people today from that space of powerful feminine, love energy? And I see that the flow opens up and there's, nothing that I have to do or achieve or work hard, right? Like it's just this beautiful flow of clients showing up, money showing up, work projects, inspirations, and all that stuff. Now, do you understand what I'm talking about? Do you feel that? Do you have any kind of practices that you can share with people who watch this and recording to tuning into your heart, tune into your feminine energy, and really lead your business from that space?
So many. Let me think.
So many, yeah.
Let me think of one to share. So I'm gonna suggest a practice that is very simple. Some of you might do it anyway. Some of you might feel awkward doing it. But it's one that brings together sensuality and pleasure and like feminine energy and moving energy through you. And it is self-touch and sensual dancing in front of the mirror with one song. Why this is good for so many things, right? Pick a song, so that's like 3 minutes. It's not going to take you a long time. Preferably do this in the morning before you've started your day, maybe as part of your morning routine. This is good for so many reasons, scientifically. Moving your body is one of the most incredible things you can do for shifting your energy state anyway, whatever kind of movement it is. Self-touch is an incredible way of like connecting to your physical body, showing you love. If you feel weird touching your body, feeling your skin, like if you feel weird doing that, but yet you're desiring someone else to give you that love, then like it's just not going to match up. And so you're honoring you and your body, you're moving your body, and you're starting to build a new relationship with you where you can watch yourself being confident, being sexy, like backing you, loving you. So it's incredible for so many reasons. And anything that helps you tune into your sensuality is going to begin to connect you to this way of being that is in flow, that is a little softer, that is a little more in tune with your feelings and with your heart. So that's what
Amazing.
I prescribe for every woman.
I will be doing that tomorrow morning. I'm for sure. Beautiful, Sabi. Thank you so much. How can people work with you? Are you currently offering any programs, masterminds, anything that people can connect with you and join your programs?
Yeah. So a couple of ways. My one-to-one coaching is a really incredible way to have my like high level support, my eyes on both your business and your kind of life. Most of my one-to-one clients are entrepreneurs that want to really elevate their business to the next level, that want to have incredible impact, success, money, but want to do it in a way that feels really good. And so it's a beautiful blend of business strategy work and the inner work, the self-love work, the embodiment work, the pleasure-based work, so that they can feel incredible from the inside out. So if you're interested in working together in that way, the best way is to drop me a DM on Instagram. My name's Sabi.Kerr, and I can share some more info. And I also have an application, and you can book in a free call. And then the other thing that I have coming up that your community might be interested in is my mastermind. So my pleasurable mastermind, I mentioned it, and that's especially for female entrepreneurs that want to build businesses from a space of pleasure. So yeah, equally, if you're interested in that, drop me a DM and I can put your name on the wait list.
That sounds amazing. Thank you. Is there a free resource you can offer to everyone watching this in recording?
Yeah, so I have my Self-Love for Business bundle, which is available to you guys for free. And really, this is great for actually all of the things that we've spoken about today. The Self-Love for Business bundle, it includes 2 of my most popular masterclasses for free. The first one it includes is Self-Love for Leaders. So it's about the power of your self-love and connecting to you and doing the healing inner work, and how it can radically shift your leadership and help you not only be more confident at selling, at creating, but also be able to ride out all of the waves of entrepreneurship. And then it also includes a second masterclass called The Multi-Passionate Entrepreneur, which is all about bringing together all parts of you, all of your skills, all of your passions, all of your experience into a really incredible business. And I believe that multi-passionate entrepreneurship is like the greatest act of self-love, because we're basically saying, I don't have to pick one thing. I get to actually bring all of my skills together and create an incredible brand from it. So yeah, the Self-Love for Business bundle includes both of those classes.
That sounds incredible. So I will be linking all the free gift and your credentials underneath this video. Thank you so much, Sabi. Any final words to everyone watching this video?
Thank you so much for tuning in and for being with us on this chat today. I love to stay connected. So if anything resonated, if you have any questions, if anything that we chatted about, if you have any takeaways, or I would love to hear. So drop me a DM at sabi.kerr. My DMs are always open for reflections and for questions when people have come to my classes or my workshops or watched things like this. And then I also have a podcast, which is another good resource. My podcast is called Release Your Radiance. You can find it in all the places, Apple, Spotify. So that might be another great thing to tune into.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Sabi. So many golden nuggets. Oh my God. I took some notes, and I'm doing that practice tomorrow for sure in the morning. So grateful. Thank you for your time today and sharing all your beautiful wisdom with us, Sabi.
Thank you. Thanks so much.
Thank you.